What's the experience of taking your wife
In order
fishing?
not to be scolded by his wife
Old
for
fishing
fishing,
enthusiast
to
Zikong
let her
plans
know how
to
fun
get his
fishing
wife
is.
into
Zikong,
fishing. A 25-year-old fishing enthusiast,
but he has
is
been
exactly
fishing for
25 years old
Uncle
this year.
Ya is his idol since he was a child.
In order to become a senior
And to
fishing
prevent his
enthusiast,
fishing journey from being blocked by his
so
wife,
Zikong often
Lily.
takes Lily out fishing.
The purpose is to get her into
He
fishing.
heard from his friends
that there are often big fish in a nearby
The
river.
considerate him carries Lily through the reeds. Lily, who receives special
very
treatment.
happy. The fishing spot is chosen at the
This
bend
not
of the
only
river.
prevents
Lily's fair and delicate skin from
but
getting
also-
as soon as they arrived, they
Coming
saw
out
a
of the
to
water,
his friend
big
didn't
fish.
lie.
However,
It is very difficult to catch the big fish in the
you
river.
must use fresh carp that weighs
as
less
bait.
than 100
Then
pounds.
hook it up and cast it to
The
the,
remaining
center
fish
of the
meat
river.
will not be wasted
After hooking,
either.
accurately cast its 660
Insert the fishing
meters
rod
away.
into the wild sand.
In order to
From
increase the
1980
probability
fishing
of
rods
catching
are
big
set
fish.
up.
Rest is up to time.
His friend
carefully teaches the key points of reeling
Lily,
in the fishing
who is
rod.
cramming at the last minute,
and practices
comes to the
reeling
side.
just as she was
Seriously.
practicing
The
enthusiastically.
friend shouted that a fish was caught.
quickly ran over at a speed of 80
At this
kilometers
time,
per hour.
the friend has pulled the big fish
just
to the
when
shore.
everyone was cheering.
If there are no
An
accidents,
accident happened.
the cooked duck flew away,
causing the friends to burst into laughter.
Then,
Lily cuts a piece of fish meat with a knife as bait.
maybe because of Lily's beginner's luck.
As soon as the bait was cast,
a fish bit.
the fishing rod was instantly
big
bent
arc.
into. Just when Zikong was showing his boyfriend power
bang,
in front of
the
Lily,
hook
came off again.
Lily
and the
next
fish
to
ran
him
away.
saw this scene
and laughed softly,
even laughing like a pig.
However, Zikong was unhappy.
His
at
friend
this time.
hooked up the bait again and cast a hopeful cast.
Sure enough, heaven rewards hard work. The line cup suddenly started spinning frantically.
A fish that had been unlucky for 8
Zikong,
lifetimes
who
was
had
hooked.
just been embarrassed by Lily's
Is
ridicule,
determined
to catch a big fish to show
In order
Lily.
to prove his boyfriend
He
power.
didn't hesitate to go into the water barefoot and started a fierce fight with the big
When the
fish.
big
was
fish
pulled to the shore by the strong fishing line. It suddenly exerted force and threw Zikong 66 meters
The
away.
closer
it gets to the shore, the more it
Fortunately,
struggles. Zikong clamped the fishing
to be
rod
able
with
to
his
contend.
legs, trying to break free from the shackles of the hook.
But this
fish was unlucky for
and
8
was quickly
lifetimes.
pulled to the shore.
In order to prevent the big fish from
His
breaking
friend
free
used a
from the
rope to
hook,
lasso it.
the moment Zikong saw the big fish,
He was as
clearly,
happy
as a 200-pound
He
child.
finally
had a chance to breathe a sigh
and
of
could
relief.
finally prove himself in front
It
of
turned
Lily.
out to be a 200-pound black carp. After landing on the shore, it was
Its length
motionless
was measured
and
to be
very
well
well
behaved.
The tail was
6'3"
even
meters.
bigger
Catching
than
this
Zikang's
fish
head. Will allow him to brag about it to Lily for the
and
rest
also
of his
allow
life.
Lily to brag about it to her girlfriend.
Then they
for the
dragged
rest
the
of her
fish
life.
into the water like they
At
were
this
herding
time,
cattle.
the black
the
carp
few of them
suddenly
almost
struggled
couldn't hold it
abnormally.
down. Fortunately, it was blessed by a tight-fitting
is the
spell.
photo session.
The couple posed with the black
felt
carp.
like
they were teasing a dog. Unexpectedly,
Isn't
Zikong
this how many
released
more
it
small
in the
fish
end, and shrimp will suffer. Lily on the shore applauded his release behavior, seeing that fishing is so enjoyable.
Lily said that she can do it too.
Her biceps are not just for show. However, she is about to be
At
proven
this time,
wrong. A fishing rod sends a signal
Zikong
of a heavy
smelled with
fish
his dog nose
that there must be a big fish on the other
Then
end
Lily
of the line. Firmly pulled the fishing
While
rod.
proving
herself, she can also experience the joy
big
of playing
fish
a
suddenly
fish. Exerted force and pulled Lily
Zikong
back. Quickly came to assist, saying, "Can you do it? If not, let me do it." Lily replied with a no, and instantly became serious, determined to catch this big fish. As the fishing line was pulled, the distant water surface seemed to explode. Lily's adrenaline soared immediately, and immediately used her prehistoric
After
power. 360 seconds, she pulled the
Lily,
big fish
who
to the shore,
successfully
caught the fish, and started to wiggle her butt, eagerly entering the photo session. Finally able to take pictures and post them on WeChat moments to show black carp baby. But for the vast majority of anglers, this is already the ceiling of wild fishing. As expected, they ended up releasing it. Unexpectedly, the resources
Another
here are
fishing
so
rod
good.
has
With
caught a
Zikang's
fish.
fierce effort, the distant water surface was stirred up by a big fish. The big arc of the fishing rod suddenly and the hook came off again,
The
and
dumbfounded
the fish ran
friend
away. Looked at Zikong with a confused look. At this time, the fishing rod on the other side
Lily ran
another
over,
immediately lifted the rod.
Her face
and
was
reeled
strained
in the line.
into
Her
an
eyes
emoji.
were wide open. The
like
more the
copper
big
bells.
fish
The more
struggled.
excited
when
Lily
fishing
became.
here, you don't have to worry about the
You
big
only
fish
need to
not
consider
biting
how
the hook.
to get the
sure
fish
enough,
ashore.
working
Men and
together
women.
is not
In less than
tiring.
10 minutes,
They pulled the big fish to the shore. Fishing is so much fun. It is not difficult to see from the outline that this big fish in the water. They thought they had it in the big fish made a dragon tail free from the hook and disappeared into the water. They also experienced the fun and enjoyable process. So here comes the question: if your wife becomes addicted to fishing, what should you do? Like if you like it. Let's continue tomorrow.